Hello everybody, welcome back to Chill Vibes Only. Today's video is going to be about how to notice and become aware of the signs that the universe is sending you, and how to become aware of when things that you've been manifesting are showing up for you. So I did a video on how to manifest probably over a year ago actually. And basically the idea and concept of manifestation is that you think about what you want, you say it out loud, you write it down, you tell someone, you put that out into the universe, and then you surrender that idea and you say, okay, I put it out there, if it's meant to happen and it's meant to be, it will be, and now I've let that go and I'm moving on with my day-to-day life. And so that's great, and manifestation has honestly gotten me so many amazing things in my life. I've just put it out there and they happen, and it's wild and crazy, but it works. And I'm not here to try to convince anyone. If you are not riding that wave, that's totally fine, but if you are and you want more information about it, keep watching. So I think that what gets tricky though with manifestation and what people often forget is trusting the universe and then picking up on the signs that the universe is sending you about that manifestation. So manifesting something like, I want to have an Audi tomorrow, is not really an appropriate manifestation, because you know what, maybe that's not meant for you. Maybe you're gonna get that Audi, race it around the corner, crash, and die. You don't know what's gonna happen, and that's why the universe comes into play with our manifestations, because the universe knows, and the energy that's around you knows the path and the journey that you're on, and it will guide you in the direction that you're meant to be going. So if something's not meant for you, it's going to tell you that, and it's going to veer you in the spot that you are meant to be in, and it's going to manifest what you want, but in a way that's going to align with your life and your life's purpose. So it's partly asking for what you want and then trusting that the universe is going to put you on the path closest to that manifestation and that journey about what you actually need in your life and how you're going to get there, and the lessons that you need to learn first, potentially before you get there. So that is kind of the tricky part, because you can manifest all day long and then you might be like, I'm not getting anywhere, or I'm not feeling super in line, and it can be a little bit devastating. But I want you guys to start to become aware of these signs that the universe is sending, because they are kind of like little clues that show you that you are on the right path. So for example, if you're manifesting something and you have to kind of become aware of hard work versus gut feeling of this isn't meant for me. So the universe will guide you and show you what is and what isn't meant for you, and oftentimes we know, we're just not ready to acknowledge it, or we don't know because we're too fucking distracted and we're not paying attention to it. There's a difference between feeling like, oh, this is a lot of hard work, versus this doesn't feel right in my gut. So this is a lot of hard work. You keep going, right? You push through, you do the last assignment, you finish the course, you pull the all-nighter, you work hard on your business, you keep up even though it might not feel like it's going anywhere, but it's just hard work, and you're really in it and you're passionate about it. This doesn't feel right in my gut is like that little voice in your head that says, red flag, this doesn't feel nice. Oh, this doesn't, I feel like I'm settling. Or those little kind of indications, even not through your mind, but through your body. You can feel sensations in your body when you're like, oh, that's just not meant for me. And that's the universe there telling you, hey, there's a separation between me and this thing, or there's some sort of energy source around me showing me that this isn't right for me. Maybe the universe too is also sending you little signs. So you want to be really aware of telling the difference between the two of those. And the way that you can usually tell the difference is by being aware. So when you start to feel like something is really hard or not working in your favor, stop and think about, is this hard work and I just need to work a bit harder? Or is there something in my gut, my body, the energy around me that is pushing me away from this and that doesn't feel right? And if you sit with yourself quietly and you're honest with yourself, you can usually tell the difference. So that's my first tip for picking up on what the universe is telling you, because it's usually quite clear to us, we just don't want to acknowledge it. So just sit and ask yourself that question. So maybe it's not meant for me, you let it go, you move on. Cool. If it's that this is just hard work, great. So we're going about everyday life, we're keeping on this hard work train, we're kind of feeling discouraged sometimes. If you're feeling discouraged, just start to become aware of what shows up around you, because oftentimes the universe will give you these little clues or these little kind of reminders of like, you're a badass, you're doing good, this is the right path for you, this is where you're meant to be. But again, we're just not aware enough to pick up on those little tiny cues, and that's why we get discouraged and we quit so early, is because we don't see the progress. So just become aware of like little signs that point out to you, or little reminders that come through. This has happened for me so much in my life, it is insane. For example, like last year around this time, I was ready to move home, like move away from Vancouver, go back to Toronto. I was going to quit my job. I was going to get a job back there. It was like I was moving in the motion of doing that, and everything else was piling back at me and like pushing me back here to stay. And I was just like, why is this so hard? Like, why does this not feel right? And eventually, like, everything I needed to happen to stay in Vancouver aligned for me. Like, I got a new roommate, which was awesome. My job got better. I had like a really great, loving, supportive group of women surround me, and like it just made sense to stay, and I stayed. And then all these amazing, beautiful things happened for me the next year. Like all the things I had been manifesting and wanting and saying to myself that I want actually happened. So I got more money. I got the relationships that I wanted to get. I had the experiences that I wanted to have. Like all these things that I had been asking for so long and just wasn't ready for, and felt like, why isn't this working out? Why isn't this working out? Happened to me because I picked up on the cues from the universe to stay. So you have to be aware of like these little tiny signs that say like, okay, that's not for me, right? Or this is for me, right? Just being aware of those little tiny cues and those little reminders is what's going to align you more to what your path is and your journey is. So pay attention, be honest with yourself, learn the difference between hard work and not meant for me, and then stay aware of what is actually going on around you and the situations around you, and adjust to those circumstances, because in time, it will show you what was actually meant to be. And this has happened for so many of my friends. It's happened for me multiple times, and it's just about becoming really aware. So even if you don't believe in manifestation or the universe, still just become aware of when you're making choices, why you're making the choices, and also become aware of things that show up randomly in your life, and you're like, huh, that makes sense, or oh wow, I was supposed to stay here for this. Because I really do believe that there's this strong energy force around us that's leading us down the path we're meant to be in, and the only reason that it takes us longer to get there, that we get stuck, is because we're stopping ourselves and we're creating these roadblocks that don't need to be. Just ask for what you want, surrender, and then pay attention, because that's really the three things you just have to keep reminding yourself to do, and everything does fall into place eventually, and it all makes sense. You just have to be patient enough and stick out those hard, uncomfy times to get there. So yeah, that's my advice and tips on how to trust the universe and the path that you're going on, and how to become aware of what the universe is trying to tell you and to do. Like I said, my own personal experience, what I've gone through in my life. I mean, I live a life where you may as well try it once. If it doesn't work, whatever, you gave it a go. But if you are looking for a little bit more guidance, I hope this video helped you. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, because it really helps this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at CBO Wellness. We usually post kind of sit down talk videos like this, or yoga inspired classes, mostly yin classes, very chill. So if you like that stuff, give it a follow, because there's lots more coming on this channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.